Hi, pipe smokers. This is Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York. And yes, I still have my welding skull cap on. I just got home from work a little while ago, and if I took it off, I mean, my hair looks like that. And so we're just going to leave it on for Tuesday, if you guys don't mind. Probably have a little dirt and stuff on my face. So I discovered a while back, maybe 6 months ago, 8 of 21. So, I don't know, a couple months ago. This Cascadia plug tobacco. And they have a few different kinds. This one is Cascadia Vertical Limit. It's available on pipesandscigars.com. Right here, I just got my new magazine in. So, it's all plug tobacco. And so they have vertical limit, there's downwind, campsite, open water, and trailhead. I have 3 of these different blends, so we're going to be smoking 2 of the blends. And this plug is actually hot pressed, which means instead of just pressing it under extreme pressure, they press it under extreme pressure and heat, and it comes out a very tight plug, almost looks like wood. And when you slice a hunk off, that's what it looks like. The smell is divine. I mean, if you have a good sharp jackknife, that just slices off there so good. Look at how tight the grain is on that. I mean, I can't even compress this anymore with my fingers. So, and once I open the tin, I do put it back in a plastic bag. And like so. Just any Ziploc bag will do. We'll take this little part for next time, because I wanted to cut a piece off and show that to you. This is true plug tobacco. Then I get as much air out of it as I can. And what that does, it's only going to keep in the tin good for 2, 3, 4 months at the longest, and then it starts to dry out. And the last thing you want to do with any tobacco is have it dry out. And this comes in 1.76 ounce tins, which is exactly 50 grams. Ugh. And right now it's on sale. Cat, what'd you do with my magazine? Actually, the price on it is $14.99 for 1.76 ounces. So we're going to smoke that in our Mr. Bragg number 44 Latakia pear pipe. Yeah, I'm breaking this one in. Anyways, let me pause the video. I'm going to load up another pipe with some plug. It does take some preparation with plug, especially when it's this tight. You don't want to rush it and then get big chunks in there. It's just not going to burn good. You're not going to have a satisfying smoke. So with a real tight plug, I'll put small pieces in my hand over my cutting board and just rub as hard as I can, then spill it out on my wooden cutting board. And then I'll just take my fingers and keep rubbing it and keep rubbing it and keep rubbing it and keep rubbing it. Then when you think you have it rubbed out, you feel around. If there's any chunks, you still keep rubbing it. And that's how you get a pleasurable smoke, because those big chunks will not burn very well. So let me prepare the other pipe, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so this is Paul the Pipe Guy back to you live from Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. And a little house cleaning before we get started with 2 for Tuesday. I did a review on this number 301 Cherrywood, Mr. Bragg Cherrywood pipe, which is a tremendous pipe. And, hi Callie. She likes to be in the videos too. So anyways, I I thought it was actually made out of cherry. And one of my subscribers so graciously corrected me. It is not made out of cherry, it is made out of pear. I thought it was made out of cherry. You can get pipes that are made out of cherry. And I thought because it was cherry wood, I didn't read the small print in the description long enough because I was so excited to review the pipe. And yeah, she just got the hook. But no, it is made out of pear wood and not cherry. So, with that said, and it's just a great smoker. So, Cat, we have our Mr. Bragg pearwood pipe, bowl number 44, Latakia pipe. Phenomenal draw. I love this pipe. I did the honey treatment, the first honey treatment on her last night. And if you're doing the honey treatment, at least for me, I don't smoke plug tobacco out of it because no matter how well you rub out plug tobacco, it's not going to burn as good for burning the honey as like a loose type of tobacco like this. It's just, plug tobacco is just slower burning. It's just the way it is. So in that pipe we have from Cascadia, and don't be afraid to try these blends out. They're actually quite good. Like I said, I have 3 out of 5 of their blends that they produce, and I truly enjoy them all. I haven't smoked them in a while, but so the Vertical Limit, basically what they have to say about that is it is Virginia, Burley, and dark-fired Kentucky, and it's supposed to have a slightly smoky and earthy flavor. And it says, are you the kind of person who lives life to the fullest? Then you want to try Vertical Limit. This bold, robust plug is made of sweet Virginia, hardy Burley, and smoky dark-fired Kentucky for a full body and fantastic flavor. So, before we do that, we must clear the palate because when Paul the Pipe Guy comes home, I have certain things that I do every day when I come home. I bring my beer in. I bring whatever food I bought from the store in. Then I feed the cat. And then I think about it like all the way home. What pipes and blends and that am I going to smoke? Usually charge my phone for a bit. And, right now it's 6:29, so I mean Thirsty Thursday and 2 for Tuesday has been getting started later because I'm working a lot of overtime, but it's $22,000 a year extra in my pay, that $15 15 hours a week in overtime, so I'll take it. So anyways, yeah, Paul the Pipe Guy's favorite adult beverage, Busch Beer, and for the fall they make it in a camouflage can. Yeah. Cheers. So grab your pipe and smoke with me. Oh, one other update I want to do is on my my Digby pipe with the thinner walls. I mean, that's a huge bowl. You could probably load, I bet you, close to a half ounce of tobacco in there. I mean, so we've done, and you can see it fairly well. Can't really. We've done like 4 honey treatments on this pipe. And what I'll do is I'll do one thick coat of honey, and then I'll smoke 2 or 3 bowls out of that so it completely burns that honey up. I'll take my pipe tool like that after 2-3 bowls. I don't do it after the first bowl because I don't want to scrape out honey, and I don't want to scrape out really any unburned tobacco. I want it to completely burn and turn to carbon, what is called cake buildup. So, then after 2-3 bowls out of that, after a honey treatment, I will go over it lightly with my pipe tool, scrape out any loose stuff, and she's starting to get some good cake buildup. Yeah. You can see it fairly well in there. And I could feel it too. So she's had 3 or 4 honey treatments. Definitely working. It's keeping the pipe nice and cool. I'm going to do a couple more honey treatments on that pipe just because the walls are so thin. And then we'll call it a day and then just enjoy her, you know. So cheers. So let's light up our Cascadia Vertical Limit. Yeah. Don't be afraid to try this Cascadia. It's good stuff. They've only been around for, I think, about 17 years. I think it says. Yeah, Rousseau, or Russ O, 17 years of service is what it says. And again, it's Virginia, Burley, and dark-fired Kentucky. And yes, I did take my time and rub this out. And plug tobacco goes a long way. So if you think you're going to chop off a big piece, all right, now my bowl is a little more than half full here. I had probably, maybe between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch thick by probably a 1/2 inch. So a little goes a long way. My lighter doesn't want to stay lit. Definitely a full-bodied tobacco. That's the char light. Like I said, this plug does not burn very fast. Oh yeah. Definitely can taste that dark-fired Kentucky. I'm going to pause the video and get some more fire because Mr. Blue Bic Lighter decided to kind of crap out. Oh, she's back. That one's done. I'll be right back. Okay, and so we're back, and we have my daughter, Bianca, wanted to buy me a pipe. She knows I love the Rolling Stones. And so she bought me a Bic lighter, a Rolling Stones Bic lighter. This is the cover of their album off their Black and Blue album. Thank you, Bianca. I'll tell you, this Cascadia, the nicotine content must be really high because it's very full-bodied, and I can feel myself about ready to start hiccuping, which means that my body's telling me, all right, you've gotten quite a bit of nicotine, which normally my body, when it gets 3.5 to 4 milligrams of nicotine in one shot like that. The average cigarette is about 4 milligrams of nicotine, but it takes a while to smoke. This plug tobacco is strong. I don't know, maybe I ingested 6 milligrams. I don't know. But when I used to have the 4 milligram gum, Nicorette gum, I'd chew that and I'd start hiccuping. And I don't inhale my pipes. It just, the nicotine through the mucous membranes and all of your capillaries that you have in your mouth, it's absorbed through your mouth, kind of like chewing tobacco. All right, we're going to stop there. Yes. Yeah. It's good. Cheers. When they take those tobacco leaves, and they can cold press them or hot press them. So basically, for those of you who are new pipe smokers, I'll open this up again and I'll show you this plug again. So, you can see the plug. I don't know how well on the camera you can see it, but there is layer after layer after layer after layer after layer, continuing on and on and on and on, of tobacco leaves that are put in a press. And by looking at this, I would have to say, I bet they put at least 300-400 leaves in there. And I would suspect that this plug, before they pressed it, was probably about that high. Because normally when they press it, it presses it down to about 25% of what it started out to be. But you can see it. It's you can see all the leaves running across the plug, like so. It looks like grain on a piece of wood. Just hundreds and hundreds of tobacco leaves. And when they compress that, whether it's a cold press or a hot press, what it does is it marries any of the different tobacco blends that are in there, but also just squeezes all those juices so that they marinate and marry together. And plug tobacco is usually quite potent. But after about a year and a half of smoking pipes, excuse me, I gotta pick this up. I saw a couple videos on plug tobacco and I wanted to try it. And the first plug tobacco that I bought was, so between the Ziploc bag and tightening this down, this lid, which actually has like a little seal on it, excuse me again. So between those two things protecting it from the elements, this will keep forever. A good Ziploc bag kept inside the tin, it'll keep forever. Just as good as a mason jar. So the first plug I ever tried was spark plug, which is just like full of Latakia. And it just is great. I remember my roommate coming home, he's like, "What are you smoking? It smells like burning oil." Smoky burning oil. I was like, well, you know. So, anyways, cheers once again. Oh, the other thing that I found that I think I really want to try on my Pipes and Cigar magazines, a couple things. They have these little cigarellos called Banditos. And basically they have a Sumatra wrapper, which I'm not really 100% sure what that is, but it sounds good. And they are Honduran handmade cigars. But they're only 4 7/10 inches long, and they're only 32 gauge, which is pretty thin. I mean, a 50 gauge is probably 7/8 of an inch long, so a 32 gauge is probably I don't know. It's less than a half inch. So, and what they have to say about these Banditos, which is off of pipesandcigars.com, short and sweet smoke. When you want a small cigar for when time is limited, you have a fair number of options. But most are machine-made cigars that might be a little underwhelming. We have another choice that we think will really make your day. Banditos. These Honduran handmades have a tasty Sumatra wrapper and a sweetened cap at a low price that will surprise you. And when they talk about low prices, you're not kidding. For these cigarellos, a 4 7/10 inch, which is just under 4 3/4 of an inch long, by 32 gauge. A pack of 60 is only $40. You can get the same thing in a pack of 120, which is $69, which is a real good value. So tonight, I'm going to order the pack of 60 for $40. Throw them in my humidor. And instead of distilled water, I may put Jack Daniels in the humidor, the humidifier, so that gives it that smoky flavor. I don't know. And then under here, they have some Dr. Graybow pipes, which Dr. Graybow is a great pipe. They've been making pipes for over 80 years. And they range in price from $34.99 to $44.99, and I own several of them. They're awesome pipes. I love them. They've been making them since 1943 in Sparta, North Carolina. So that's your news today from the pipesandcigars.com. And a pipe I'd like to try is this Baccarini. These look like pretty cool pipes. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll have to check it out after 2 for Tuesday video's done. Yeah. So that's what we have in the news today from our pipesandcigars.com magazine. Yeah. So let's clear the palate and I've been working with my Mr. Bragg Briar pipe, my number 89, yeah, right, number 89, I think, yeah, number 89 stand-up. I bought this pipe. It's beautiful briar. It has a 9mm filter, which I just take the filters out. The draw on this pipe, absolutely phenomenal. The fit and the finish on this Mr. Bragg number 89 stand-up briar pipe is gorgeous. I love this pipe. It's only about 4 3/4 inches long. Great pipe, great draw. And in that, we have another blend by Cascadia, which you really should try this Cascadia plug tobacco. They've only been out, like you said, about 17 years, 13 years, whatever it said. What did it say? 17 years. But every one of these blends that I've tried, and I also have their other blend by Cascadia called Campsite. Just great blends and just real good quality plug tobacco. I mean, some plug, when you buy it, the top's starting to peel off, the bottom's starting to peel off. This stuff is pressed under heat and extreme pressure. Good quality plug. I'm telling you. So, this Downwind by Cascadia, let's see. It has Virginia and Burley in it. All right. And it's supposed to be a rich and earthy with mellow sweetness. And they say about it, when it's time to take a break from your activities, that's the perfect time to enjoy Downwind, the slowly hot-pressed plug of grassy sweet Virginia and bold earthy dark Burley is the ideal pick-me-up as the day wears on. Yeah. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? I mean, and the nice thing about smoking a pipe is it's not like smoking cigarettes where you're inhaling them, you're damaging your lungs. If you smoke, in my opinion, and I'm not a doctor, if you smoke a pipe in moderation, which in moderation to me would be 2 to 3 bowls a day, maybe 4 at the most, and you don't inhale it, you're going to get nicotine, you're going to get satisfaction out of the art of smoking a pipe, but it's not damaging your lungs. So here we go with Cascadia Downwind, which has Virginias and Burley in it. Oh, that's good. I love it. There goes our char light. It's very important with plug that you do a char light. And then your secondary light, sometimes it lights then, sometimes not till your third light. But some of the loose blend tobaccos that I have, you can just light them right up. My cat is intrigued with my pipe tobacco smoke. I'll go like this. Get a nice big cloud, and the cat will just be like looking like that. I've also been working with this pipe. I've done a couple of honey treatments with this pipe. I'm not a Burley fan, but this mixed with the Virginia is just really is good. And there again, it is full-bodied. This will wake you up. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad to be home. Anyways, so I hope everyone enjoyed Two for Tuesday. I'm taking this off. Yeah, my hair's a mess. I need a haircut too. Anyways, thanks for watching Two for Tuesday and having a smoke with me and your favorite beverage, whether it be adult or not. If you like my channel, tell your friends about it. I think we're up to like 426 or 427 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of you. I really do. So, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Hit the little bell button so you get notifications. We do at least 2 or 3 videos a week. I still have 2 different pipe tobaccos to review and 3 pipes to review, so we'll be busy doing that. So anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. Over and out. And happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers.